the Vault of Legends. Buried deep in the hills of Kentucky lies one of the most secure places on Earth, Fort Knox, the U.S. Bullion Depository. Behind 21-inch thick doors and armed guards lies what many believe to be America's ultimate financial backbone, the gold reserves that supposedly back the U.S. dollar. But for decades, a single question has haunted economists, journalists, and conspiracy theorists alike. Is the gold really there? The origin of Fort Knox. In the 1930s, during the Great Depression, the U.S. faced economic chaos. To restore public trust in money, President Franklin D. Roosevelt ordered all citizens to hand over their gold in exchange for paper dollars. The government melted down the gold and stored it in a new top-secret vault, Fort Knox, completed in 1936. Inside, they stored what would become the world's largest gold reserve, over 4,500 tons of gold. Third, the dollar's golden age. For decades, this mountain of gold gave the U.S. dollar unmatched global power. Under the Bretton Woods Agreement, 1944, countries pegged their currencies to the dollar, and the dollar was backed by gold at $35 per ounce. America's dominance seemed unbreakable. The dollar was as good as gold. But behind closed doors, the system was cracking. Right through the Great Drain. As the Cold War and Vietnam War costs grew, the U.S. printed more money than it had gold to back it. Foreign nations began demanding their gold back billions of dollars worth. One by one, ships left U.S. shores carrying bars of gold to France, Britain, and Switzerland. By the late 1960s, America's reserves were vanishing. The day the gold standard died. In 1971, President Richard Nixon made a shocking announcement on live television. The U.S. would no longer exchange dollars for gold. Overnight, the gold standard, the foundation of the global economy, was dead. The dollar was now backed by nothing but trust. Fort Knox was sealed tighter than ever before. And that's where the mystery began. 6. The missing gold theory. Since then, Fort Knox has been inspected only once in 1974, when a small group of reporters and Congress members were allowed a brief look inside. They were shown a few stacks of gold bars, but not the full vault. No independent audit has been conducted in over 50 years. Economists and whistleblowers claim much of the gold was quietly loaned, sold, or replaced with fake bars. Some even say the gold was secretly moved during the financial crises of the 2000s to stabilize markets, leaving Fort Knox nearly empty. 7. The government's silence. Whenever the issue arises, officials dodge questions. The Treasury insists the gold is safe and accounted for, but no one outside a tiny circle has seen it in decades. Financial experts argue, if America's gold truly exists, why not prove it? Why not audit the vaults? The silence only fuels more suspicion. 8. Why it matters today. The mystery of Fort Knox is more than conspiracy. It's about trust in money itself. The U.S. dollar is the world's reserve currency. If that trust ever wavers, if the gold isn't there, global markets could panic overnight. Inflation, currency collapse, and financial chaos could follow. In a world already shaken by debt and digital money, Fort Knox stands as a symbol, not of gold, but of belief. The belief that money has meaning only because we all agree that it does. 9. The final question. So is the gold still in Fort Knox? Or has it quietly disappeared, melted, or been replaced by illusion? No one knows. And maybe that's the real secret, not what's behind the vault door, but what keeps it locked.